Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our class. I'm your instructor Adil Raza, and today we have to learn an SLO from grade 6, and it's our unit 10 and it's our first SLO of this chapter. So let's find out what the SLO is about. What is the competency of the SLO? What is the primary topic which we have to address in this SLO, and what the SLO is. So let's read the SLO and understand the aspects of the SLO. The SLO is primarily concerned with the competency of grammar. It's our first lecture, and the topic for this SLO which we primarily address is the past continuous tense. So let's read the SLO. What the SLO is states. The SLO states that use past continuous tense in writing. So I hope you guys have understand what our SLO is. The SLO is pretty much simple because it is concerned with a certain type of tense, and you guys have know that tenses are actually the different times which are actually referring the actions of different times. So in past continuous tense we will learn the actions which are referring to this tense type. So let's go further. Here is the vertical linkage. Now we have to do a brainstorming activity. So let's find out what our brainstorming activity is. So here, think of a time when you were doing something in the past and describing what was happening around at that time, at that moment. So students, think of a situation that you are telling some story to your friend or to, we can say that, the family member, and while telling the story you are referring an action and happening an event of the past, and then you tells that at that time of the past there was something happening. The someone is sitting beside me is actually was reading the book. So such type of actions, when you talk about the past and in the past there was some action, some certain action which was ongoing. So such type of action, for such type of situation, what you used to write, so you used to write the past continuous tense for such actions which are happens in the past, and in the past they are ongoing actions. So such type of actions are written through using past continuous tense. So let's go further. Let's find out what is past continuous tense and why the past continuous tense is used, what the past continuous tense is used for. So let's find out. Here, firstly, past continuous tense is used for something which continued before and after another action. So it is used to write about actions which are continued before and after another actions. Like, she was cooking dinner when the phone rang. So there the phone is rang, and also a process is continuing, also a ongoing process is there, and what is that? Cooking. So that's how we use past continuous tense. Secondly, we use past continuous tense. To use the past continuous tense is very common at the beginning of a story. So once upon a time, such type of things, like it was raining heavily when John left the school. So this is how the past continuous tense is used. When we refer ongoing actions in the past, then we use past continuous tense, and most of the time in the beginnings of the story such type of descriptions are very common for someone that happened before and after particular time, like at 8 a.m. they were still watching the TV. So such type of actions are also referred through the past continuous tense. So let's go further. For what the past continuous tense is used? To show that something continued for some time, like he was reading his book all afternoon. So he was reading the book in the afternoon, that's why the action is of past, but the action was ongoing in the past. That's why we use past continuous tense to present such type of action. Here we have another use for something that was happening again and again. For those actions which, like try again, or such type of actions which are happening again and again, are used. For such type of actions we use past continuous tense to write. Like, the dog was barking all the night long. So all the night the dog was barking, and the night was, we can say that, a thing, a time in the past, and in the past there was an ongoing action, and that was barking. So that's why we use past continuous tense to write about such type of action. Lastly, with verbs which show change or growth, so we also use past continuous tense to with such type of words which shows the ongoing growth or the change, like the plant was growing taller each day. So I hope you guys have understand for what purposes, for what type of situations, for what type of cases, for what type of actions the past continuous tense is used. Particularly, primarily, the past continuous tense is used to refer such type of actions which are in the past, but in the past they are ongoing action, they are continued actions. So for such type of actions we use the past continuous tense. So let's find out what is the primary structure of past continuous tense, how to make our sentence in the past continuous tense. Let's find out. Here is the structure. The past continuous tense is formed using the past tense of the verb be. So you have read about the be family, like is, am, are, was, were. So in the be family, what are the members from the past? Was and were. So what we have to do? We have to use was and were with our was and were combined with ing form. So we have to add, we have to use the past participle form, the ing form, with the past form of the be families to make past continuous tense. Like here is an example, like she was reading a book. So here is the be family and the member of be family from the past tense, the was, and then we add ing form of the main verb reading. So this is how we can craft a past continuous tense. Like they were playing, so we use were because there they are more than numbers, that's why there are, the subject is plural, that's why we use were, and then with the main verb we use ing form. This is how we can make the past continuous tense. So guys, I hope you have understand how to make past continuous tense, how to form past continuous tense. The pattern is very simple. The subject, then was or were as a helping verb, then what we have to do, we have to add the verb, main verb, with ing. So we have to add ing to the main verb, and then we write the object, we can say that. So this is the very simple structure of past continuous tense, which I hope you guys have understand. So let's go further. What is next? Now we have to read the negative form of the past continuous tense. How to make negative sentence using past continuous tense? Let's find out. The negative form of past continuous tense is created by adding not after the auxiliary verbs. So auxiliary verbs was and were, we have to insert a not after the auxiliary verb to make the negative sentences of the past continuous tense. So what is the structure? Firstly subject, then was were as it is, and then just we have to insert not before the main verb, and the verb is also come with the ing plus ing. Like she was not reading a book, they were not playing soccer. So this is how, just to put a not, we can make the negative form of the past continuous tense. So I hope you guys have understand how to make the negative form of past continuous tense. So let's go further. Here we have the interrogative form. So let's find out how to make interrogative form of the past continuous tense. So the interrogative form is created by placing the auxiliary verb like was and were before the subject. So what was the structure of the past continuous tense? Firstly the subject, then the was or were, then we have the main verb with ing. So what you have to do? You have to put the was and were before the subject, just put was and were before the subject to make the interrogative form of the past continuous tense. So let's find out what is the structure. Firstly we have to put the auxiliary was and were, then the subject, and then the verb with the ing form, and then we have to insert a question mark as well, like was she reading a book. So what we have to do? We just take the words from there and insert it before the subjects. This is how we easily make the interrogative form of the past continuous tense. So I hope you guys have understand how to make interrogative form of the past continuous tense. Let's go further. So we have read what past continuous tense is used to refer, which type of actions are presented in the past continuous tense. Then we have read what is the structure of past continuous tense. Then we have read how to make negative sentences using the past continuous tense. Then we have learned that how to make interrogative forms of the past continuous tense. So according to your knowledge, attempt this classroom activity. It is also concerned with the past continuous tense. Let's go further. Here we have a simulation link. This is also concerned with the past continuous tense. So go through it. It will enlarge your understanding of this tense. Here we have a worksheet. Pause the video and use the knowledge of this SLO and attempt this worksheet. It will enlarge your skill. Let's go further. Here is the homework. So this is the homework which also concerned with the SLO. So use the understanding of the past continuous tense and write a paragraph using past continuous tense. Let's go further. I hope you guys are enjoying this lecture. So here is the resource pack. This resource pack will assist you to achieve your SLO in a better way. If you find any issue regarding past continuous tense, regarding any rule of the past continuous tense, any form of the past continuous tense, you can ask in the comment section or you can ask from your teacher as well. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.